So before we get started with today's show, I do have two exciting show announcements. The first one is going to be Sunday night, April 21st. The channel would like to welcome in Mr. Tim Hoff and also Dallas Land. Tim runs the Masterbuilt Gravity fans page, and also Dallas runs the Masterbuilt Gravity recipes and tips page. These are some of the biggest pages on Facebook, and we will talk everything there is to talk about the Masterbuilt, including the 560, 800, and 1050, and definitely this new Masterbuilt XT, so you are going to want to tune in for that. And if that wasn't good enough, Sunday night, May 12th, that is Mother's Day. The channel wants to welcome in Mr. Stephen Reichlin. That is Mr. Barbecue Bible himself, as we will discuss everything barbecue, and I am certainly looking forward to that. Again, all information will be down in the description. Other than that, let's start the show. Alrighty guys, so look, this show is going to be broken down into two segments. The first segment is going to be all about the controller, and trust me, if you think this controller is anything like the Gen 1 controller, think again. And also that second segment is going to be all about first light, powering the unit up, and also that burn off with a little trick or two of how I like to pre-season my pits. So what I want to do now is let's turn our attention to the controller and let's learn all about it. The first thing you are going to want to do is peel that film. A quick press of the power button will power the unit up. A long press of the power button will power the unit off. Quick press up. To set the temperature, hit that temperature button right there. That is going to give you a hopper reminder, the shutter to open and close it. I do dig that feature. You are going to get a hold button. That is going to be perfect for when you are grilling at over 500 Fahrenheit. That is going to pause the fan, and hopefully you will get a lot less temperature spikes. Press it again to release that. Long hold, power the unit down. Quick press, power the unit up. Next up is going to be your graph function. You are going to get different graphs to cycle through, so you can follow your cook right on the screen itself. Another quick hold of that graph function is going to put the screen saver on. You will still get all temperature readings, but you will be saving some screen time. Long press, power off. Short press, power on. And that is going to be how you are going to set your temperature. You can go up and down in 5-degree increments. I do believe it does go up to 700, a low of maybe 180. I do have to check that. I do definitely love that reminder. No more forgetting to pull the slides. Next up, we are going to have a countdown timer and also a count up timer. A quick press will give you your countdown timer. I'd say that is hours and minutes. Once you get the hours, just press it again, move over to the minutes. Definitely a nice feature. A long press is going to give you your count up timer. And also you can see everything is located on the bottom of the screen. And there is your long press for the count up timer. And I am definitely digging that feature. And there it is on the bottom of the screen. And last but certainly not least, you are going to get 2 meat probes with the unit. However, you've got up to 4 it'll take. Once you get that meat probe plugged in, you will see it listed on the bottom. Hit your top button, that is your meat probe. Hit your top button, that is going to be your screen cycle button. Hit it again and you will get your meat probe reading. There you go. Guys, this is certainly heads and shoulders over the Gen 1 of the 560, 800, and of course 1050. So that'll close out that first segment on the controller, and I can tell you all that works in conjunction with the app, which we will take a look at a later show. So look, now that we know how to fire up the unit, let's move on over and do the burn off. So this is going to cover your first light, burn off, and also pre-season. And I will touch on a couple little extra steps in that pre-season later in the show. And also we need to answer that very important question when we power the unit down, when we are done cooking. Will the unit be airtight enough to snuff out the fuel, or will we lose everything that we've got in there and we have to add more on the next cook? Stay tuned, because I definitely got your answer at the end of the show. Number one, you are going to open up that air intake valve. From there, open that hopper lid and your ash door. You are going to grab your fuel of choice and fill that hopper up a quarter to a half full. Grab your favorite fire starters, torch it up. You know the deal here. You are going to wait 2 to 3 minutes till you start getting some smoke billowing from the top of the hopper. At that point, you can shut that down. Also shut the ash door down. Now to fire up the pit, you are going to refer back to segment 1, set that dial to 250 Fahrenheit, and you are going to wait 60 minutes. And look, I will be monitoring these temps with my chef's temp in the pit, because we want to find out just how dialed in the Masterbuilt is. So I will just let this run, and I will see you guys in 60 minutes. So right off the bat, I could tell you that this pit is certainly dialed in temp-wise. And now what we want to do is we want to set that temperature to 400 Fahrenheit, where we are going to run this for 30 minutes. After about 15 or 20 minutes in, I will grab a can of veg spray. This is an extra step that I do on every pit that I acquire. And basically I will spray the insides, tops, the bottoms, the sides, the grates, and then I will carefully wipe everything down. Remember, the pit is super hot at 400, so take precautions. And I do believe what this does, it is going to pre-season the pit. It is going to help against rust and also make for easy cleaning down the road. And I do like to do this a couple times a year, and certainly will do it every time I give the grill a deep clean. So basically, we will let this pit run and finish out that 30 minutes. Once this pit is done and that 30 minutes, I will answer that very important question about the fuel. And also I will bring you guys back and I will give you some closing thoughts. So what could I say other than, if you look at the screen and you look where the fire bricks are, when I shut the unit down, you could see the fuel is right at the edge of the tops of the fire bricks. I went outside 3 hours later, and if you look close enough, the fuel is exactly still at the top of the fire brick, so it snuffed it right out, and I am definitely thrilled about that. That is one of the negatives for me on that Oklahoma Joe, man. You lose everything that is in the hopper, and that is a huge thumbs down. And Masterbuilt certainly took their time and nailed it. So look, man, that is going to close out this show, and I have to say that I do believe from bottom to top, Masterbuilt spared no expense with this Gravity Fed. I mean, yeah, it is priced high at that $1,500. But I gotta say, if it is as top of the line as I think it is, well worth the price. And we are certainly gonna continue to dive into it. I've got a lot of cooks planned. I've got the biscuit test coming next. So you are gonna wanna hit that subscribe button and definitely ring that bell so you get notified every time the channel does a future upload. Again, my name is Tommy. I appreciate you all for watching. And until next time, we will see you soon.